Hello everyone and welcome back to Belligerent Brandenburg in MEIOU&Taxes. Let's do this thing. We're going to finally get the Pomeranian succession done this episode, I sincerely hope. Just working on these Brandenburgian peasants. You still reduce unrest while drilling, which is good to know. Very good to know. Now I was talking about how important urban population is in a previous episode. And it can't be overstated. Like, most of your wealth, almost all of your production in the mid to late game comes from urban population. It seems though that your manpower comes pretty much evenly from different types of population. Although I imagine upper class population don't give you any manpower. Yeah, so this will say there's one of these. See, that doesn't seem to actually give manpower. Neither of them directly give manpower. So where does it come from then? Population plus 3,000. Okay. Let me see if I can see something about that in the population data. No? I'm not sure how manpower is calculated, but I assume urban population and rural population contribute the same, or maybe even urban population contribute less. Might contribute more because they're, like, you know, easier to find. I guess. Did we ever actually finish our check on whether we earned more with the merchant here? That seems a lot higher than it was, so I'm guessing we do. Produce some cloth down here. Now these specific urban production things, they go. There's 3 tiers. There's mundane, then blue, then purple, the luxury tier, and it's controlled by the urban production power. So if we administer the urban production right now, the urban production power in this province is 31.6. It's growing by 0.5 per year. It grows when there is a minor center of production or nearby minor center of production. I think it might have to be a nearby greater than minor. It goes minor. What was it? Minor. Is there a medium tier center of production? Remind me. Minor, important, major, and then, like, I can't remember what the purple tier is, but it's like vital or massive. I don't remember, but there's 4 tiers of local production centers, and they increase the urban production skill. The higher your skill, the more stuff you produce, and also the higher your skill once you hit certain breakpoints. 25, 75, I believe, maybe 25, 50. I think it's 25, 75. Here it says. Yeah, so 25 is definitely one of them. You can change it. The urban good you're producing right now, we're producing cloth. Cloth upgrades into silk or can't remember. MEIOU&Taxes. Goods. Let me just check here. Trade goods. Cloth upgrades into luxury cloth or silk. Now we'd probably rather have steel, because each good, when you produce enough of it, you get a production bonus. And you get those bonuses when you produce, you get a small bonus when you have between 2.5 and 5 trade goods per 100 population, then 5 to 10 per 100, then 10 to 15 per 100, then 15 to 25 per 100, and then 25 plus to give the biggest bonus. And the bonus you can get from luxury cloth is about diplotech cost, trade power, and diplomatic relations. That's not our thing. We're a military country. We want steel, which at the lowest end gives just 2.5 cheaper military tech, but at the highest end gives 15% combatability to all types of units and 20% cheaper tech costs. It gets crazy good. So we're going to work on steel, I think, as our primary. Diplomatic moves. Excellent. Yes, appoint more diplomats. Sounds good. We could also go, so the good one. Yeah, leather gives us production efficiency and regiment cost, and obviously that production efficiency is nice because it kind of stacks. You know, you produce stuff which gives you production efficiency, which lets you produce more, which lets you get more production efficiency. That kind of virtuous cycle is what we're looking to cause. The inspiring victory has ended, so we're getting less manpower and less prestige over time now. Sorry about the map occasionally drifting right. That's when I move my cursor off the screen momentarily, because I have my second monitor is to the right of my one, so if I can remember to hit Alt, then I can switch off perfectly fine. But when I forget, then you see what happens. Poland has a junior partner? No, that's right. Poland's below Hungary. I forgot, of course. Hungary likes us. We could ally Hungary if... no, we can't. If you're in the HRE, you can't marry ally anyone outside the HRE unless they are of your dynasty. Important to remember. No one's added themselves to the HRE, have they? People do that. In this mod and in vanilla, of course. Okay. Looks good so far. Just waiting on that tech, pretty much, and then I think we'll be in a good position to go north. Of course, the fact that we've delayed on the tech also means we're benefiting from a nice neighbour bonus. The neighbour bonus, by the way, I'm not certain how it I think it calculates it in this game off the same way as it does base game, which is, it's nothing to do with who you border, it's to do with who's in your tech group. But I don't know if there's any way to see what tech group you're in anymore, because tech groups no longer matter, because you have institutions rather than tech groups to control how much different people's techs cost. Man, it seems like a long time ago they added institutions and got rid of tech groups, but it really wasn't that long. What just went away? Definitely can't afford advisors. I think drilling our men is more important than having advisors right now. You know, as important as Monarch points are, the earlier we get to 100 army professionalism, the earlier we can spend the whole rest of the game basically never drilling. Because while the drill is nice, and if we were going to do like a really serious war, we might want to drill. But while it is very nice, it goes away so quickly. You're basically going to have it for the first 1, maybe 2 fights of the war, if they're close engagements. Because if 50% of the men die, you lose 50% of your drill. So it's a very, very temporary modifier. The army's drill just falls apart as the war goes on. Which makes sense, you know, you're... ooh, nice. I wonder what was happening there. +1 stability, good. Does that mean we're even on centralization yet? No, still going down by -1.1. Corruption's not helping. The way we deal with the corruption problem is by revoking privileges from these guys, or demoting them, because the corruption is caused by a calculation that looks at how many privileges they have and then how much influence they have. And as you can see, they have a stupendous amount of privilege. So if we were to demote these guys, whoa, 223, because they're so powerful. And the lesser nobles lose 40 loyalty. So not feasible right now. Instead, how about we give you some gifts? Can't afford it, unfortunately. Getting very close on that mill tech. Right, good. I didn't check. Now we are Luxembourg again. The Kingdom of Prussia is back. Cool. There is only one king in the Empire, the King of Bohemia. At the same time, our lands in Prussia are not a historic part of the Empire. So let's declare ourselves a King of Prussia to reflect our grander status in the other elections. Okay, this looks a bit different. Now, Danzig, Warmia, Teutonic Order all add me as a historic rival. And we add them as a historic rival. Cool. But we still don't break out. Good, 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 good. So how are we going to manage this? I guess if we're as long as we're at 2 stability, then our centralization is stable. I think we should perhaps start... What was that? Oh, we're a timber supplier now. Cool. I really hope we get rid of the Luxembourg rule. New technology. Maybe if we're Hohenzollern and we take the form Prussia decision, we do leave the Empire. That would be bad. There it is. It gives cavalry... It does give new men-at-arms. What? I was hovering over here. Oh, I was hovering over when you get more infantry fire. Okay. I think men-at-arms are substantially better. Yeah, they have extra pips. Yeah, they have 1 more pip. No, they have 3 more pips. Good lord. We may have to wait for that as well, then, before we launch our War in the North. Let's see how the game handles Speed 5. Has it recognized that I'm not on my light simulator yet? No, sad. I am confused as to why it's not recognizing that. So we should probably rival Mecklenburg, Holstein now. Get the embargo going, which will hurt them. They've got some nice trade power modifiers over there. I look forward to coming and stealing them. Might make them ally with the Teutons, though, if I rivaled them. But I think it's a risk I'm prepared to take, because we're not planning on co-belligerating them in the war to come anyway. Let's insult the Teutons. They're not going to step to us because the... excuse me. I thought I just rivaled them. There we go. The Bohemians would come to our defense. And the Bohemians have one of the largest standing armies in the world. Many people could build big armies as well, of course, but yeah. Bohemia currently has the third largest standing army. The French could raise more if they used their estates, as probably could England. But in terms of standing armies, why Schleswig-Holstein? I just arrived at Mecklenburg, Schwerin. These guys, different person entirely. Alright, they're the ones we want to embargo. Revoke the embargo on these ones. Okay. Aggressive expansion coming down. Good. We're definitely going to be able to take all this in one more, I think. Could already start getting claims on the Teutons, but I imagine there's another mission, which will be like claim the Danzig region. Yep, so they're at Tech 8 now. For goodness sake, Stettin, slow down. It's a problem. Because we're still losing money. We could try without it. It's a risk. If we lose, they have a core on us. And they want Middlemark. So they'll probably take these two from us if we lose. There are, Tech 8, that's not tactics. That is morale, again. We have our infantry combat, though. 12% now. I'm tempted. Let's do it, and let's do it with a state support. But this is very risky. There is no fort here, so I can make the war goal of province with no fort. We should really declare on these guys, though, so we'll make it here, which also has no fort. They just have the one ally. And then I have to co-belligerent the ally, so we'll also get Schleswig-Holstein. As long as we can stack wipe them over here, though, Schleswig-Holstein won't have time to become a problem. Schleswig-Holstein? I don't know. I do my best. Only 1,000 men on them. They'll get more, obviously, but I think we're going to have to peeve the greater nobles again. I'm going to be demanding military support from them. Right, yes, don't stand on the front with them, or they'll get suspicious. With our nice drill, I suspect we're going to be able to get a stack wipe here, even if the one up here reinforces. But I'm concerned about them being a unit type ahead. It's so important having that extra pip. If you're not aware, I think this is how it works. Each pip they have of shock will inflict this 0.25 damage, basically. So if they have one extra pip, and we only have, like, what? Yeah, on the offensive shock, we have 2 pips, they have 3 pips. They're doing 50% more damage on the offensive shock. Is that right? That can't be right. That's just insane. There must be a different way it's calculated. Maybe that is how it's calculated. If so, that's real bad. We've got recover... Ooh, morale of armies on this guy as well. That's real good. Alright, let's do this thing. Okay, so we declare here. And we declare for Bewald. We full call Stettin. Let's go. And come on, call him fast. Yes, good. So we got him here. He's immediately training more men. I will immediately say, hey, nobles. I'm going to need 1 guy from you. And I could get 2 for 10, but we're not going down 10. He's got a good general too. But we're flanking him. It's more than 2v1, and this guy's man wasn't here. I thought you had a man. Maybe he deleted him. Must have had some economic problems. That's excellent news. Increases our odds of getting a stack wipe here. They're still not fantastic, though. Come on. I believe. He's running onto the boats. No stack wipe. Shame. But he does not have far to run. Let's move immediately in here. We're going to heavily restrict looting. We actually managed to fight them before that fired. That's quite funny. I'm going to go... Where is he running to? Stop. Maybe. Ooh, there is the Wolgast army. How did you get up to 3 already? Wolgast... Oh, they were on the island. Okay, I see now. Good. Another one of them. Stack wiped. We're going to make sure we wipe out this Wolgast army, because you're still behind, right? Well, there's 7. They have got the cav shock. Wait. What the heck? Where did the infantry symbol isn't here anymore? Oh, okay. This is a bug. This is a bad bug. I apparently can never promote my men, and tech no longer grants it. Maybe you can't do it when you're at war. I really hope that's what it is. Otherwise, that's a horrendous bug. But I sincerely hope that that's not just a bug that's going to break the campaign. Or just make it a ridiculous challenge run. Fielding here on 10th of August. 10th of August, okay. Got time to go down here. Use that siege. So these guys still have that lovely drill. You can run, you can't hide. Anywhere you can move, I can move with you. Conditional military access. Buddy. So pleased we're finally on positive stability. Took altogether too long. Alright, we are going to catch them. We've got 2 maneuver, they've got 1 maneuver. That means we're not going to suffer a river crossing. Excellent. In fact, they suffered a river crossing. Haha, we're just that good. I think that's because we have a fort in this province. Very narrow, the combat width. No stack wipe. But we might be able to chase them back. But we won't be able to follow them across this, this strait, unfortunately. There's those extra men. Hopefully they won't be able to consolidate with this retreating army. They are going that way, so let's see if we can wait for it to lock before I give the second order. Yeah, we can get to them before this army has a chance to regain any morale. Excellent. They are getting this monthly tick to recover, unfortunately, but that's okay. They won't be able to reinforce in time before we get them. And now we've got them. Fantastic. Worth it doing it early. I'm very glad I did. So, let's see. We're definitely not going to get a coalition from this, yes? Yeah, no, definitely not. Not definitely not, but should be fine. Okay, split up in siege time, I think. Yeah. Might do a rival war against these guys at some point, but... Denmark is offering us men, but they want us to pay, so no. Lauenburg. Where are you? Good lord, that's loud. Still looks okay on the bars on the other screen. I'm just going to turn the music down just very slightly there. Hopefully that's not too loud for you. I'm going to turn it down on my end, though. That's for sure. The Guns, Trumps and Steel DLC is... Is this Guns, Trumps and Steel? It's just bass. I'm not sure. It's very loud anyway. Anyway, Lauenburg wants to marry me. Should be flattered, really, but I'm not. Nope, sorry. I'm going to keep those Diplo slots open for bigger fish. Okay, let's... This is a no fort, isn't it? Yeah. Spread out and siege. More of these guys. Oh, right, we never actually saw any Schleswig-Holstein guys, did we? Holstein. Oh, and some more of them. Alright, well, we definitely don't want to let them unify. If these guys start trying to come past, we'll move. But I'd love to finish this siege. Now I've sat here and suffered attrition for it. We can tech up. Sailor Huller officers. I'm in no hurry to take this technology. And going up to level 7 won't put us ahead of time, I'm pretty sure. So, where are you going, dudes? They're just running again. But yeah, I'm quite happy to cross a river into 2 guys. There's currently 4 of them trying to go onto 2 boats. So I don't know how that's going to work out for you. Well, I do, let's be honest. It's not good. Yeah, I'm in no hurry to take this because I mean, obviously, we're not going to be building any great city halls anytime soon. Those things cost an arm and a leg. Are you retreating 1 province, or are you going to retreat all the way back here through Mecklenburg or something? No? Where are you going? Yeah, he's just going around that way. Okay. Let's move in here. So, let's just check now. We would get a coalition. Not many people, though, and in 1 month, our aggressive expansion will have ticked down enough that we would no longer be getting a coalition, so I'm happy with that. Let's siege in 2 stacks rather than 3, just for a bit of safety. And let's pull off one of the high drill units. Mecklenburg Stargand. That's, which one's this? There's so many freaking Mecklenburgs. That's this titchy little one here. No, definitely not. Ah, yes, and you, I would love to give the other general, just for a little bit of peace of mind. They're coming in with a naval landing. That seems very dumb. I am sieging a fort, so maybe it won't apply. They have locked their movement. Let's leave one of the less drilled guys behind. Might as well consolidate all the men, just to reduce. They didn't take the naval crossing penalty, landing penalty, despite having less maneuver, so I guess that does work. They had a, you know, I was sieging, so they count as the defender. Interesting. At least it doesn't give me a straight crossing. That would be a bit ridiculous. Let's go here. You guys can consolidate. No, not that consolidate. You guys go back over here. Where are these guys running to? Must be Stolp, right? It's the only option. So I shall pursue them with this army here. No, they're just fleeing to... No, they are going to Stolp. Okay. Cool. Let's head over there then. I'm glad I didn't wait for the tech. This is excellent. Making great new gains, and we should be able to up our force limit so we're no longer constantly losing money. Didn't feel good for a bit there. I think it was worth it. Get that drill. Be ready for this war. You've got to make some big plays. As I always say. As soon as these guys arrive, I'll move these guys out. No, wait, these are the ones without drill. Mighty force in Altmark is under... Fortress in Altmark is under siege, but they don't actually have enough men to siege it. So I think I'm just going to not deal with them. And also let's do this to reduce attrition. Excellent. All right, speed 4. I'm feeling comfortable again. Let's just top off Bohemia's opinion. I'm going to be doing that a lot. I'm very concerned about their regard for me. We're about to get our first reform. How many people are for it? 66 out of 130. That's the majority. Nice. Yes, I will take this, though, because I want that little bit of... every little bit of trade efficiency. I know I poo-pooed it a bit earlier, you know, oh, it's worthless, but it's not worthless. Maybe once we can start getting some money, we could start considering a trade fleet, even. Start challenging the Hansa. I can't really call them the Hansa over there yet, can I? Oof. Always try and use attention. Such a good event. Gives you plus 60 with every single person you border. Might even be overpoweredly good. Overpoweredly. That is not a word. I just feel like I want to take it. Thing is, actually, the institution ticking up is probably ticking up faster than... Yeah. The institution not being embraced is going to tick up faster than the neighbour bonus in all probability. So, I think we should take it. I'm wrong, aren't I? The institution could only go up another 5%, and the neighbour bonus was about to go up another 5%. Never mind. Never mind. About to get our first, our second idea group, but our first one that we really pick. We could have, of course, abandoned the first one, but it was already a good idea group, and I didn't want to lose, what would it be? Approximately 1,200 points that would have been wasted by abandoning it. So, we were thinking an admin idea group, because our guy was so admin focused, but now maybe another military group is on the cards. We could, of course, get culture ideas. Culture ideas, the earlier you get it, the more monarch points it earns you. Because it gives you that idea cost. Cultural unrest. Yep, that's the 6% of your provinces with unaccepted cultures will gain 20 unrest. Which apparently results in 0 unrest. Fabulous. Could send these guys to go deal with them. But if I stack wipe them, they might retrain. Whereas as it is, it looks like they're out of manpower. They're not recovering. Oh, right. I could also just start another siege. As long as we don't have 2 disease outbreaks start at once, we'll be able to do this just fine. So we're improving relations with them, even though we're at 200, which is not that advisable. Let's do the Pope instead. I mean, the Pope actually, since we're not actually trying to get... well, no, we're going to want to ask for promotion to a duchy relatively soon. Well, we need 10 prestige, though. Oh, that's actually right. That's doable right now, actually. Awesome. Okay, so this war should give us promotion to a duchy. Again, tempting as it is to go and siege down Schleswig-Holstein. Well, they have a level 1 fort on their capital. If we can get to if we can walk to their capital, which is going to be tricky. No, it's very doable, actually. Lauenburg and Lüneburg will both give us military access. Although, actually, sorry, we have to ask from Brunswick. But that's fine. Brunswick is on good terms with us at the moment. For now. Monasticism. Men and women who felt a special calling gave up their secular lives and devoted themselves to the faith. So, you can support this, or one of them, which gives you, an order helping out in a couple of provinces. Or you can help no order. And if you do no order, then they eventually decline and you lose... Do you get piety for it? Hang on, let me just read through these real quick. No, it doesn't look like it. But you do definitely get lower church influence if you don't support the monasteries. Where is it? Sorry, give me a second. It doesn't seem to say anything on there. There we go. Having monasticism in your country adds 5%. If you keep rejecting it, eventually this and the monks will go away. Cool. Well, MEIOU&Taxes developers, by the way, if you're listening, which I think you did previously to one of my series, which was extremely flattering and fun. But I imagine you're not now, given the volume of MEIOU&Taxes left out there. Anyway, MEIOU&Taxes developers, and I should probably go and I'll post this somewhere. There really needs to be somewhere which says, here are all the modifiers on your church influence. Here are all the modifiers on your piety. And it would fit so nicely in here. Just add another one of these. You can hover over and it says, you know, idea groups plus or minus X%. And, you know, monasticism plus 10%. So we can tell if we currently have like monasticism and that kind of thing. That'd be so great. We're not going to support the work of any order because we want to work on reducing church influence. Do I want to send one of these other ones? Yes, we'll send them over the levies because we care less about their attrition. So we're defeating numerically superior enemies now. That's the mark of the Brandenburg, the belligerent Brandenburg. And you can take on the numerically superior enemy and win. Always good. I don't know how you'd implement it, but it would be nice if you could have extra diplomatic relations that were just for military access. All right, you're allowed 3 extra diplo slots for military access if and only if you have a relation with someone which is just for military access. Because it doesn't make sense. Like, military access isn't like an alliance or a royal marriage or these kind of things. Or a guarantee. It's a, I don't know, it feels like something that would have far less diplomatic upkeep. Maybe I'm wrong though, because military access is, you know, it's a big deal. Letting your enemy's armies, not your enemies, excuse me, just assuming myself to be the enemy of the whole world there. Letting your, you know, potential rivals' armies. Oh, he's actually given us access back to his house. Not actually, because we can't get through Stormont, unfortunately. But we can get it through here. Now, of course, it's not an issue. But if you're rocking, you know, you've got 5 diplo slots, so you have 5 vassals, because you're trying to really min-max your blob, then it can become an issue. Hey, Limburg, give me military access, please. We're going to do their capital. And if we can catch them, we're going to get just stack wipe their army. I think it's worth the manpower loss for sieging the capital to get a bit of money out of them. I suspect these guys have more money than the others. No, only 20. We could get trade power from them. We'll see. Get a bit of prestige for separate piecing them out as well. Unfortunately, just going to have to let these guys replenish since our armies are away. Darn, I missed them again. Let's slow it down. These provinces are all so close together. Much closer than provinces are in the vanilla game. It's my impression, anyway. Where have they gone? Are they here? Maybe they're up here. There they are. Hunt them down. Yes, that's right. Go into my land so I can cut you off from behind. Yes, good. I think we got them now. Of course, there's also the roads that increase movement speed that aren't in vanilla. I think we got them. Yes, good. How dare you? You were moving over to my siege stack, weren't you? God, they're 2 men short of being able to siege the fort. Right. Not going to run out of money before the war ends, fortunately. They probably already accept this peace deal. No? Really? They're delusional. Ah. Do I manage Stolp without having... Oh, we didn't actually occupy Stolp. What am I doing? It's a mistake. They're retreating all the way up here, apparently. All the way back up there into Nordfriesland. Cool. Well, it won't help them. Probably going to get... Yep, there we go. I think we're just going to siege the capital. I'm not willing to commit much more manpower to it. Manpower being such a valuable resource in this mod. I'm going to do it this way. You guys can go wait in Lamberg. Actually, you can go see Stolp. If they start presenting an army, it's going to be something we have to fight. Oh, I might just piece them out. Alright, back up to speed 5. Let's get this thing done. I want to finish this war this episode, so I'm going to let it run a little bit long. Yeah, you know what? You're giving me like 20 ducats? Nah, you can go. Come over here. Good. And Lundberg, thank you for your kind royal military access, but it's no longer required. Is there anyone who's currently willing to give me trade power? No. Sad times. I'm really looking forward to the MEIOU&Taxes Rule Britannia update. I wonder when that's going to come. It's going to be fun. The enforced steering trade thing, I think, would be fun in MEIOU&Taxes. Because in MEIOU&Taxes, there's a lot more reasons to fight people for things other than land. There's a lot more penalties for blobbing than there are in the vanilla game. I was meant to send the general up here, not that it really matters. Let me come down there. So, there's much more penalties for blobbing, so much more reason to do things like steer trade wars, where you force someone to steer trade towards you. Hey, nice, more prestige, and a cause of belly against everyone holding non-imperial territory. More cash. So I'm voting for myself. I could vote for Bohemia to give him more opinion of me, but then if I switched off him, he'd lose opinion of me. So I think I'll just stick with voting for myself, so I don't have to ever risk the negative penalty with opinion with him if I decide to start switching to myself. Just switching the siege general over to here. And when he arrives, we'll make it so we're sieging exclusively with noble levies. And we can see then if our manpower keeps dropping. We'll be able to tell if we reinforce them from our manpower pool or if they do it from a manpower pool of their very own. Let's see. 4678 goes to 4661. So it did go down. We do still reinforce them. Excellent to know. Alright, you guys can resume drilling in Berlin. Alright, it's annoying. It's oh, we have more greater noble levies. Oh, maybe I didn't leave just greater noble levies up here. I didn't. Okay, well, our test was invalid then. We will have to check again. Hey, nice! Spirit decor. Another 3 army professionalism. Very nice. Well, once this fully reinforces, we may win the siege before they fully reinforce, but we can test it out again in the future, that's fine. Dun, 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 dun. So if I separate piece you for the province I want, I don't think we're going to be able to take all the provinces, are we? We can take Stettin as well. No, that's too big. We can take that in a future war, that's fine. Yeah, all your money. But let's just look. So if we just took this one, 7 aggressive expansion. If we took it directly from you, 7 aggressive expansion and 10 Diplo points. Worth it, I think, in order to get war reparations and trade power out of Stettin, as well as the province. Lengthens the truce, but I'm okay with that. So let's do that now, in fact. Could have broken their alliance with these guys, but really, with the alliance limit, there seems like a lot less reason to break someone's alliance. Because if there's an alliance limit, you know, letting them have an ally with a local weak power that you know you can beat seems entirely fine to me. Alright, win the siege. Let's do it. And, nice. Alright, gimme. All these 3. All the money you have in the world. Can't quite take trade power from them. Definitely don't want to give that to Denmark. Give them any ideas of taking this coast. And a rivalry. And now I am going to end the alliance, as it turns out, just for the prestige. Great. Noble levies return. And we completed the mission, giving us free territorial cores. And it's already a state. Beautiful. New mission. Alliance with Brunswick. That's not possible, because I'm at my alliance limit, even though I'm not. I might try and fix the alliance limit thing in between episodes. By like saving, breaking the alliance and reforming it and seeing if that works. Alright, promotion to duchy please, Bohemia. Let's do it. I want a pretty new title to go along with my beautiful new land. He's granted our request, hurrah! Glorious, we're now a duchy. Where do we see this? It's a modifier. Title rank duchy. Yeah. Doesn't really do anything, but fun anyway. I think the really higher ones give prestige over time. Okay, next mission. I mean, it's going to give me Diplo points for it, so sure, alliance with Brunswick seems like a perfectly valid tactical choice in this area. I want to drill this general, because he needs the improvement more. I would like to have 2 good generals. Claim our rival's province is a great mission, though, so I'm going to rush this through. Okay, so I'm going to do it now, actually. I'll do the test on camera. You know, we can all learn together. So that's the save. End of part... Was this part 6, I think? Okay, so if you dissolve the alliance... and then get the alliance back. The problem is we might not be able to get the alliance back because they might reach their alliance limit in the next month, which is why I saved. Because I don't want to be mucked around just because it's a silly mechanic. So they do lose, you know, 50 opinion. But now... No, you have reached your alliance limit. Weird. So I'll just reload that save to avoid taking an opinion hit with them for testing. I think reloading for the purposes of testing is fine, right? I hope you agree. Anyway, so next on the list is the Teutons are at war with Denmark. Sweden looks to be winning, but it's going back and forth. All right, we need to take some serious look at foreign affairs, and then we will consider going after the Teutons here, because they look like they might be in a weak position militarily. Let's take a look just before we end. Teutons. Teutonic Order have only 5,000 men right now. That is it's quite scary. They're on Tech 7, which we're not quite at, but we will be. Oh, thank God. It is when you're at war, you can't switch and you can't see them here. Thank goodness. That would have been a terrible bug. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the glorious War of the Pomeranian Succession. But until next time, thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.